Yes, a final flourish to this special day at King Power Stadium, as many of Jamie Vardy's former teammates are here with huge smiles on their faces. Those that won the Premier League, the 5,000 to oneers, many of those who won the Championship with him in 2014, and other teammates from his 13 incredible years, which we can now say was 500 games and 200 goals. They are going to be joined very shortly by the current playing squad, and it is going to be one giant guard of honour for Jamie Vardy, who is presumably in the dressing room at the moment, getting ready to be called, and the flags saying "Thank you, Vards" fly very proudly around King Power Stadium. Marcin Wasilewski, who got one of the biggest cheers, taking it all in. Mark O'Brien's name now rings around this stadium. Goodbye to the greatest of all time, the greatest player in Leicester City colours, and a character and a story the likes of which we may never see again in football. The current Leicester City sides coming out following this 2-0 win against Ipswich Town. Kun Top, right at the end of the tunnel as well, is here for the presentation, of course. And they are directed to the top of the Guard of Honour. So 19 of Jamie Vardy's teammates will be the first to greet him as he makes his way towards the centre circle, followed by all of his current teammates. Some old friends reuniting out there, Jerry. What a celebration of Leicester's past and present. Yeah, incredible. And I tell you what, you know, when you actually realise how many different players he played with over the years, you know, how many teams he went through, you know, how many teams were rebuilt with the players, some of the players you see out there today. And it's great to see them all getting on. They all obviously know each other through various clubs that they've played over the years, but they've all united here today for that one man. Mads Hermansen is here. Hamza Chowdhury as well, who of course has a Championship playoff final, and Shinji Okazaki with that infectious smile. Yeah, it's a great effort. The music adding to the moment. Ruud van Nistelrooy marches out. He'll be at the top of the line. So much planning has gone into this moment to give Jamie Vardy the send-off that he absolutely deserves. Danny Drinkwater being hugged by Wilfred Ndidi as Kun Top makes his way up to great applause. Yeah, and again, look, the amount of fans that have stayed behind. The stage is set, the Guard of Honour has been built, and shortly Jamie and his family will make their entrance into King Power Stadium. This will be an ovation and a really emotional moment. Here he comes, Jamie Vardy, Leicester's greatest ever player. Well, he took a moment to take it all in, and now hugs his former teammates who have travelled the globe to be here. Matty James, Richie Delat, Shinji Okazaki, those who won the Premier League with him, those who won the Championship with him. A wonderful moment with Danny Drinkwater, with Mark O'Brien. That duo, the assist and the goal, will never be forgotten in the annals of Leicester City's long, proud history. And Leicester's number 9 with his family in this proudest of moments. now embraces with Kuntop. A very special, emotional moment here. There won't be many dry eyes inside King Power Stadium right now.
I'm just wondering if he will leave with dry eyes, because it's got to affect him. It's got to get to him for sure.
And Jamie Vardy now applauds all four sides of King Power Stadium, and we will hear from him. He's going to have a chat with Rob Dorset in a moment, but he gives a big thumbs up, a smile the size of Phil Bitway.
Ladies and gentlemen, for one final time at this football club, we're in the presence of greatness. It's been an absolute privilege for all of us to be here to witness the 500th game and 200th club goal. Talisman. Let's have a chat with him right now. Jamie, congratulations. You said to me a few days ago that this lot, your family, think you're emotionless. How are you emotionally right now?
Well, we'll see in a bit. I don't know what's to come. Everyone's been planning it without me, so we'll find out.
Now listen, you told Becky, you told the family on the morning that you scored for your 11th consecutive game in the title-winning season of 2016 that you knew you were going to score that day. Did you know you were going to score today?
I didn't mention it this morning, but I spoke to Kingy before and yeah, I said I was going to.
It had to be. It had to be. Now listen. The 13th anniversary of you joining Leicester City from Fleetwood Town. First ever player to have a transfer fee of £1 million to the league. Try and sort for all of us here today what that extraordinary 13 years has been like for you in this football club.
No, it's been amazing. It's been a roller coaster, it really has. But the good thing is there's been way more highs, and I think everyone would have never thought we'd have been in the Champions League, winning the league, and we've all been there to enjoy it.
You're really optimistic view, but when you see the likes of Ben Nelson, Jake Evans, Joey Monga, who came on the pitch again today, in their tender years, how hopeful, how optimistic are you about Leicester City going forward without you?
Oh, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. You know, at the end of the day, you've got a good squad. You've got all the youngsters coming through as well. I'm glad I'm not them, because football is a killer mentally, and I couldn't do it all again if I'm honest. But I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I look forward to keeping an eye on the club I love, to be honest with you. They're in my heart, that's it.
Jamie, you've got a special relationship with this group of supporters. They take you to their hearts. You've been their talisman for 13 years. It feels only right that your last words as a Leicester City player are to them. What do you want to say?
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking myself and my family in as one of your own, and I hope I do enjoy everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Vardy. And now, before we get on with the presentation, I can draw your attention to the screen on your right, because the club have put special together for you, and first up, one or two special messages.
Stop, please. I'm not pinching you. She's not pinching me, but she's being annoying.
Just do it, otherwise we won't get to go on the football pitch. Think about the football pitch.
Thank you, Daddy, for all that you've done for us. I love you. Thank you, Daddy and the fans. You made us have a better life. Thank you, Daddy. I love you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the club would now like to make a special presentation to Jamie on his final game for the club. There is a very special golden fox statue that'll take pride of place on the Varney mantelpiece. There is also a special commemorative book that they've produced, highlighting Jamie's best moments, I think you've got to say, of which there have been many. And Top will do the honours there. And finally, we thought it was an opportune moment to announce Leicester City's Player of the Season for 2024-2025, voted for you by the fans. Who could it be? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jamie Varney. And I think Becky and the Varney family have got something special they'd like to give Coon Top at this moment. You'll see this on all the websites and the papers tomorrow morning. It's an extraordinary portrait. The Jamie Vardy with Koulibaly. And now finally, ladies and gentlemen, for one last time, in such exalted company and some of his most loved teammates of the past, Jamie is going to lead the rest of the team on a lap of honour, a lap of farewell for you to all get your chance to wish him all the best. So if I can please ask you one last time to give it up for Leicester City's greatest of all time, Jamie Vardy!
Well, memories which will last a lifetime for Jamie Vardy, his family and everybody inside King Power Stadium that witnessed those. There was a bit of emotion and a huge smile. The closeness of Jamie Vardy and Kuntop, Jerry, so evident, and a fitting montage, a fitting moment really to celebrate Jamie's astonishing career here.
Yeah, without a doubt, Chris. And I think, you know, the relationship between obviously the owner, Kuntop, and Jamie, you know, it's a two-way thing. You know, obviously they took a gamble with that £1 million 13 years ago to take a player from non-league, and what a gamble it was. And now he's repaired that gamble in spades.
Wow, this is terrific. Jamie Vardy is there shaking Danny Simpson's hands, and one of his daughters has taken, in a way only someone that age could, and she is doing her own lap of honour. That is
I think it's his youngest daughter, isn't it?
glorious. And at the beginning of the montage we saw a bit of that Vardy character which comes out in all three of his children with Rebecca. And now Jamie Vardy will lead this farewell lap, and I can let you into a bit of a secret in terms of what that will have meant the last 5-10 minutes. So when he came and did the photo shoot with all of the trophies that he brought, the one that Koulibaly and Kuntop gave him for setting a Premier League record by scoring in 11 consecutive games in 2015, he said that apart from the major trophies he's won, that actually was the accolade that he still treasures the most.
Yeah.
And he is now enjoying his moment.
I think as an individual, you know, obviously there's the golden boot. You know, on a selfish, which I believe he's probably one of the most unselfish people on a football pitch. The work rate he's given for the team over the years. But centre forwards have to be selfish, because that's how they score goals, and by being selfish in certain instances in a game. And so for him, winning the golden boot and breaking that consecutive goal scoring record of Ruud van Nistelrooy's,
Yes.
I mean, why would it not be top of his list?
It's actually in the modern era as well, Jerry. It's very nice to see this. There are so few who stay as long, but
Absolutely. And
so many eventually move on in pre-season.
well, we've seen it multiple times in the recent past at this football club where players have moved on after doing well here. But obviously, again, both parties came out on top, with Jamie Vardy deciding to stay when he could have moved on. And I think it was, you know, it's a big decision to make for not just you but obviously your family and the football club, for him to stay here after that title winning season instead of moving on was a massive decision, and obviously one a game that he's replayed the club by staying here, i.e. getting to the FA Cup final and winning it for the first time.
Now makes his way back towards the main stand. By the way, his daughter went off and did another lap of honour ahead of him as well. As Ruud van Nistelrooy, Harry Winks is here as well. His past teammates, his current teammates, and 28,000 Leicester fans saying bye-bye to their number 9. A player, a figure who has inspired a generation of Leicester City supporters. And the time has come for him to exit the pitch for the very last time. A tinge of sadness, but right now, young and old, about to salute their departing hero one final time. 500 games, 200 goals. Nigel Pearson, the man who brought him to the club, ready to wish him farewell. A lifetime of memories that Jamie Vardy has brought to this great football club. And his old partner in crime, Mark Albrighton, is one of those right at the end of the tunnel. Jerry, just finally from you, can you put into words what Jamie Vardy has given the club that you served with such great distinction as well?
He's just gone to a different level, hasn't he? You're talking about a top-class player, a top-class goal scorer, having the wherewithal to stay at a club like Leicester for those 13 years instead of moving on, and has catapulted Leicester in recent years to global fandom, whatever you want to call it, and he has been at the centre of catapulting Leicester to a global entity. He's been at the spearhead in doing that. Yes, there's been other players, you know, your Mahrez and players like that, but Jamie Vardy is the one staple. You know, when you mention the word Leicester City, Jamie Vardy goes alongside it.
Beautifully put. A name who will always be synonymous with Leicester City. Jamie Vardy bows out, as I think he would love, surrounded by his teammates, many of whom he achieved the impossible with in 2014. And it is a thank you to Jamie Vardy. That is all from King Power Stadium on a very emotional afternoon, as the club's greatest ever player bid a very, very fond farewell.